Here's Kamara trying to run for him. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Eluding the pressure right. And that's complete to Gates. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Throwing is Newton. Gates with a grab. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Off play action. Newton. He's going to let it go deep, and it'll be intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Now right on 1st and 10. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there at 22. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. 6-0 our score after 1.
You got 3 down, 3 down. Good. Push you out low. Check. No game on this defense. No game. Mike spot. Hustle. All game, punk. Hey, 59. Mike's 59. Yup. Pass. Check 59. Mike is 59.
To throw on 2nd down. Right. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down. Well, Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right, because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense, and now as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work to do to prepare for him and their offense.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Mike's 59.
Right now. Throwing again. He'll let it go. This is caught inside the 15. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Operating from the gun. Right. Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. It's A.J. Klein, the linebacker, and he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
On 2nd down, Kamara. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. The screen pass here to Cohen. Accelerating, and off he goes. Touchdown! Tariq Cohen taking it in as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Point after, up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I
was going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
Now a play fake here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. A.J. Klein able to get him for a loss of about 3. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. 2nd and 13. Try to lay one up deep. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. He was looking for Paul Richardson there. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Now on 2nd and 13. Newton, he'll leave it for Cohen, complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Newton, flush to his right. He may try and run for this. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did.
And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. Gates, the intended receiver there. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw. Right. He's going to air one out. And this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. He was looking for Paul Richardson there. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Gates has it over the middle. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards. And Cohen lost the football. And the Redskins scoop it. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Pass across the 20. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Redskin touchdown. And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took off, there was no catching it.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
Looking to throw. Right, that's caught. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Baby, let's go. Let's go.
First down, Bears.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Now Newton. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. One of these 2 teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Going up top for Miller. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
He's going to look. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Washington. Paul Richardson, 52 yards. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. This time, the extra point up and good. And it's now 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. On the counter, here's Kamara. 14 yards in a Chicago first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
First down, a run with Cohen. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
20.
They fake the give. Newton. And now here is another interception. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always...
He's got it at the 15. And finally, he is out of bounds, but not before taking it down near the 15. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
First and 10 at the 16.
Back to throw. Right. And that is incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
He will push his way down to about the 14. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
On third down, Devontae Freeman. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And now time will be called here as we've got an injured Redskin down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Hey,
Gonna give it to Love. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't.
And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. Jeremy Sprinkle there to make the grab. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. But look, this is a team, Charles, they faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division. But they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game. A message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
let's go, man.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles. Gain some additional yardage.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Newton flushed out right. And he will find his man on the outside. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. On first down, they go right back to Cohen. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. A 10th carry for Kamara. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
Here we go.
1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Bears on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now it's Newton. Gets it to his running back, Cannon. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Now Newton toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is...
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears cut into that lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 17 yards that time and a Washington first. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10.
57. Here we go. Get up.
To throw is right. From the gun, he'll throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Looking to throw. Right. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Right. Throwing on first down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Dancing to his left. They still can't get it. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra time.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Devontae Freeman taking it in. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Boswell good with the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Newton, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete passing we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. Newton now to throw. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
A well-executed 22-yard gain. Back to throw, Newton. Escaping the pressure right. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Buying time to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Here's Newton. And my goodness, another interception. Monte Nicholson picks it. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Right. Flush to his right. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining.
I got you, punk. 50 seconds to Mike. 50 seconds to Mike.
Here's Wright. Throwing on 3rd and long. Gets it off to Freeman. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Give him 30 yards there. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
Watch the run, watch the run.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Flushed out right, and that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Looking to throw. Right. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Now Wright, off play action. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Here's Tressway now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Going on there, but the end result, this is going to be a safety. And Charles, on the losing side of things, you know, they didn't come in here as the favorite to these playoffs, but they came in with a lot of hope and anticipation. Tough to have that all snuffed out so quickly.
It really is. You're one of 12 teams when the playoffs begin that still has a chance to win the Super Bowl. So that's pretty darn good. And as you often talk about, a lot of hope when the playoffs start. Well, that ended for them. But when they look back, they'll have a lot to be proud of and see if they turn the page towards the next season.
So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody.